As we know, there is a big divide between urban and rural India. The benefits of globalization have not reached to the villages. The International Labour Organization estimates that there are 24 million unemployed youth who live in rural India.
Over 50% of the population of the 1.1 billion people in India, they're under the age of 25. This youth bulge, as many people call it, it can be an enormous advantage for the country, but it can also be a disaster. It's really about having an educated, skilled, employed population that can contribute to the economic growth of the country.
The challenge lies in making the education relevant, which can create livelihoods.
So it's absolutely critical that we provide a way and a mechanism for the rural youth to provide productive employment, right, to gain productive employment in their own hometown. So I think we need to marry the academic training with vocational type training.
Lend a Hand India is a US-based non-profit organization providing vocational training, career counseling and financial capital to support young entrepreneurs from rural India. Our program strategy is to identify successful and sustainable pilots created by grassroots non-profit organizations and scale them up. In this context, Vigyan Ashram is one of our non-profit partners. They have a proven track record of creating educational programs which provide job and life skills. Plan 100 is a project about providing job and life skills to 20,000 young boys and girls from 100 high schools in rural India.
Vigyan Ashram has developed a work-centric education model that integrates education and development. This model, Introduction to Basic Technology, IBT, has evolved over the last 25 years. This is not an alternate schooling system. IBT module is designed to be part of the formal education system. This model essentially connects the school and the community around it. The IBT students work with their own hands, they acquire multiple skills, they learn in real life situations.
Let's go to a school where IBT is implemented. This is the day in every week which the students enjoy the most. Nobody falls sick on this day. On this IBT day, the students come out of their classrooms and do things which are useful for their school and community. Making parallel and series electrical circuits is just a beginning for them. They do the electrification of their classroom and their homes as well. This motor got burnt last night on a farm nearby. Students are rewinding it under the watchful eye of their instructor. These students have taken a work order from a villager for making a stack. They do everything: costing, designing, fabrication. No matter what it takes, it has to be sturdy and completed in time. Time for agricultural activities. What the students really learn here is that nature has no room for shortcuts and there is no substitute for hard work. They do all the activities needed to grow crops. They observe things and make notes during this exercise. Finally, they will sell the yield and calculate profit or loss. These girls are constructing a shed for their nursery. Soon, they will grow plants here and sell them to the villagers. This group is constructing steps for the dais. Making a low-cost ferro-cement water tank is a test of their patience, skill and teamwork. A computer lesson begins with actually opening the machine. Demystification of technology is an important element of the IBT program. This pedal power bicycle to generate electricity is a recent innovation of Vigyan Ashram. Making such innovative products is now a part of the IBT curriculum. What is this cow doing in the school? Well, the students are taking her measurements. By comparing the cow's body to a cylindrical shape, they would estimate her weight and then calculate the daily requirement of feed. In the home and health section, the students learn to find blood groups and hemoglobin count. Using this knowledge, they conduct small awareness camps in the villages.
IBT शिकून गेलेली मुलं आहे ना, यांच्यामध्ये अतिशय आत्मविश्वास असतो हे लक्षात येतं. दुसरं म्हणजे ते कोणतंही काम एकदम पटकन शिकतात आणि नवीन काही दिसलं की ते शिकण्याकडे त्यांचा अधिक ओढा असतो आणि ते पटकन आत्मसात करू शकतात. आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये नवीन असं बिझनेस करण्याची किंवा नवीन काहीतरी धडपड करायची तयारी सतत दिसते.
सगळे विषय एकत्र शिकण्यामुळे असा फायदा होतो की आपल्याला व्यावहारिक ज्ञान आपलं वाढतं आणि आपल्याला पुढे काही करियर करता नाही आलं घरच्या परिस्थितीमुळे तर आपण हे व्यवसाय सुरू करून अधिक आपण यशस्वी होऊ शकतो.
मला IBTचा कोर्स आवडतो आणि तो खूप फायदेशीर असं मला वाटतं.
मला तसा विचार केला तर खूपच IBT हा कोर्स आवडतोय.
तुम्ही आता 8वीच्या ज्या मुलींना त्यांना सुद्धा सांगितले की तुम्ही IBT हा विषय घ्या.
The IBT program is not about acquiring the skills alone. The vocational skills are just the means. What the students develop here is the scientific temper and the capability to act.
शेतातली मोटार खराब झाली होती आणि ती उलटी फिरत होती. तर माझा मुलगा त्या ठिकाणी आला आणि काहीतरी स्टार्टरमध्ये खटपट केली, वायर इकडे तिकडे जोडल्या आणि परत स्विच फिरून पाणी मारायला लागली. मला भरपूर आनंद झाला त्यामुळे.
Biggest plus to my mind of this IBT kind of course is that it's not focused on the cities where there's a quick 2-month training and people get into the job, but it is these courses that are bringing people up to speed in non-metro areas and bridging the divide because you are now giving them training to be at the cutting edge of things.
बेरोजगारी कमी करण्याच्या दृष्टीने असेल किंवा दारिद्र्यरेषेखालच्या लोकांना वरती आणण्याच्या हेतूने हे सगळं शिक्षण फार गरजेचं आहे. लोकांचा वेळ आणि पैसा गावातच ही कौशल्य निर्माण झाल्यामुळे वाचणार आहे आणि गावाला गावपण टिकण्याच्या हेतूने गावातल्या लोकांचा शहराकडे जो ओढा आहे तो कमी व्हायला निश्चित मदत होईल असं मला वाटतं.
Let us meet with some of the IBT alumni who have completed their IBT course more than 10 years back and have opted to stay back in their hometowns. Their solution-oriented approach is a testimony to the attitude they imbibed during the IBT program.
IBT मुळे मला की वस्तू कशा खरेदी करायच्या, कशा विकायच्या, कुठे मिळतात, कोणत्या प्रकारच्या खरेदी करायच्या, मार्केटमध्ये कोणत्या चालतात त्या पूर्ण ते माहिती मिळाली आणि त्याच्यामुळे मला इथे त्याचा फायदा झाला.
व्यवसायाच्या दृष्टीने शिकवलं जायचं ना, त्यामुळे 8वी 9वीला ते डोक्यावर पडलं ना व्यवसाय म्हणजे काय, नक्की कसं करायचं असतं काय, किंवा आपल्या अगोदरची जी मुलं शिकून गेलात त्यांनी काय केलं नंतर, मग त्यावेळेसच माझ्या मनात आलं ना आपण काही केलं तर व्यवसाय करायचा.
तो कोर्स केल्यामुळं माझ्यामध्ये एवढा आत्मविश्वास आला की मला असं वाटायला लागलं की कोणतंही काम आपण शिकलो तर आपण त्याची प्रॅक्टिस केली ते काम आपल्याला करता येईल. आणि त्या आत्मविश्वासामुळं मी नंतर रिवाइंडिंगचं एवढ्या मोठ्या उचलायला लागतात तरीही मी ते काम आत्ता सध्याच करत आहे.
IBT म्हणजे नुसतं टेक्निकल किंवा व्होकेशनल ट्रेनिंग असं त्याचं एक संकुचित किंवा मर्यादित स्वरूप करू नये, कारण की हे इतकं बेसिक नॉलेज आहे याचा मला आता बँकिंग क्षेत्रामध्ये सुद्धा फायदा होतो आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल पाईपलाईनचा प्रपोजल घ्या. पाईपलाईनमध्ये जर एखादी मोटर बसवायची आणि किती फूट पाईपलाईन करायचे, किती इंची पाईप लागेल, किती HP मोटर लागेल, ह्याचं ॲनालिसिस जे करणं म्हणजे IBTमधूनच मी शिकलो.
I own this center for motorbike repair and wash. Daily power outage is a major problem for me. We have no electricity for 16 to 18 hours a day, and that meant I could not operate the water pump to wash bikes. So I designed and assembled this machine. I connected a motorbike engine to this water pump. Now with 1 liter of petrol I can wash 9 to 10 vehicles.
I was a below average student in school. It all changed after I joined IBT. The IBT course actually triggered my thinking abilities. I started to act. I started making small household things without waiting for proper tools. I made this couch when I was in the 10th grade. Recently, I built my own house without taking any professional help. I prepared myself by visiting construction sites, observing how they work and taking detailed notes. I prepared the plan and elevation and supervised the construction. Electrification and plumbing, and even the furniture is all my work. My IBT training helped me take care of a cow at home. I even cook lunch for as many as 250 students when the school cook is absent. For my livelihood, I work as a teacher in a primary school.
I think what is unique is that you will have both the options available to people because you are giving them the skills that they need to do just about anything in life. They can work if they want to, or they can become entrepreneurs if they want to.
In coming here and working with the organization for 4 weeks, it's really been eye-opening, and I've personally been very inspired as someone who also wants to become an entrepreneur, that what these people are able to create and the change that they want to create within their communities, not only for themselves, is something that I'm hoping to emulate as well.
Through Plan 100, we are creating a critical mass of 20,000 IBT graduates so that IBT becomes a part of formal education system.
Today we have IBT in 25 schools. Plan 100 intends to take IBT to 100 schools, thereby reaching about 20,000 boys and girls. Lend a Hand India is funding these IBT centers for the initial 3 years. We have a detailed roadmap that goes well beyond funding. A comprehensive web-based evaluation and monitoring system is being launched. Media partnerships are being forged. We are forming IBT committees at the local level. We are supporting Vigyan Ashram in their advocacy efforts. The ultimate aim is to develop an ecosystem of parents, school, the community, the policymakers, the government to make this program sustainable.
Scaling up of a grassroots innovation has its own challenges, and of course fundraising is one of them. Lend a Hand India raises its funds through a number of initiatives. Happy Hours, silent auction, event and marathon sponsorships are some of them. We will not be able to achieve our objectives without the strong team of supporters, volunteers and the well-wishers that we have. Of course, a lot more needs to be done and we have a long way to go.
You can provide support through advocacy. You can sort of speak up about the organization and sponsor the organization either through sponsoring a center, sponsoring a set of children or youth, or talking it up with contacts that you may have. And you can provide support through personally engaging in either mentoring or career counseling or getting involved with the organization.
With Plan 100, we are reaching out to 20,000 young boys and girls when it matters the most. However, Plan 100 is just a beginning. We need Plan 1000, Plan 10,000 and more. We invite all of you to join us in this movement.